Before I start this video, I just want to remind you all to know your status and the status of your partner. Please get your home health test kits and your sexual home health test kits at the sponsored link below. Please don't guess and gamble with your health.
What's good, YouTube? Listen, what someone offers you is their fault. What you accept is yours. Okay? What someone offers you is their fault. That's their bad. But what you accept is all on you. I know we hear a lot about victim blaming, right? People say this all the time, right? And a lot of times there's some shame being thrown at someone who doesn't deserve shame. I get that. But sometimes we go from victim blaming, right? One extreme to the other. Victim blaming to victim fluffing, right? Victim ass kissing. Because a lot of times people aren't really being victimized. They're victimizing themselves. And a lot of times, instead of them being fluffed and instead of them being coddled, they need to be guided in a different direction. They need to be told the truth. They need to resume responsibility over the results that they're getting from their lives. Too often people see somebody going through a hard time, especially in relationships, and especially women, right? This is a dating channel. A lot of you women, you fluff each other in your victimhood, but some of it's not always victimhood. Like, some of y'all are making fucked up decisions, and instead of just owning that and dealing with that and being real about that, you victimize yourself. You can never learn, you can never grow victimizing yourself when you need to be taking responsibility. There are things that are being done to you that are wrong, absolutely. But there are things that you're doing, contributing, accepting, and adding to that are also wrong, right? And sometimes you're allowing people to give you crap. And it's not a guy being a terrible person. He's just doing what you've accepted. He's just following the trajectory of the relationship that you started from the very beginning. So yes, victim blaming, shaming someone for being wronged by another person when they didn't know any better, when they had no other choices, when they were just some unsuspecting, defenseless person in that particular situation, when it caught them off guard, when it wasn't expected. That's one thing. That shouldn't be done. People should respect the fact that people get done wrong, you get taken advantage of, you learn something new every day through the terrible acts of others. We get that. But a lot of y'all been doing the same dumb shit for 14 years. A lot of y'all been doing the same crap with the same types of guys for 20 years. A lot of y'all got a guy right now that's been playing with you for the last 3 years. You know he's been playing with you, but you've been sticking around. You've been doing whatever it takes because you're hoping one day he takes you seriously. Now, if a guy like me gets on camera and say, hey, you're doing that to yourself, somebody's going to jump in the comment section and tell me I'm being a victim blamer. Too often, especially in the dating community, men and women are trying to skirt responsibility for the shit they do and accept from people. The young men who go to these other alpha channels to figure out how to get more women to respond to them because they don't have an abundance of women. Women aren't responding to them well. They're not getting all the ass they want. Many of those young men aren't taking responsibility for their experience. They look to blame women for the lack of affection and the amount of rejection that they've received. So eventually the disappointment of a woman's rejection turns to frustration. That frustration turns to anger. That anger turns to strife. And pretty soon you got a young man who wants to get vengeance on every woman who didn't see value in him. He's poisoned himself against women because he hadn't been able to take responsibility for his own decisions and what he accepted from women when he was younger. In the same way, a lot of you women kiss your own asses in the comment section about what these men are about. Don't trust no man. Don't build with no man. Girl, I did so-and-so and that didn't work out. Do it this way. And these cutthroat tactics that you're trying to pick up because you just can't take responsibility for some decisions that you made when you were younger that screwed you over, or that you're making currently in your lives. We have to start trying to figure out what we contributed to each situation that hurt us, to pull from that situation whatever responsibility we have, because the easiest, quickest, most efficient way to change the results we're getting is to change us. Not to change other people. We can't change other people. We have to change us. Getting upset, yelling, cussing, fighting, insulting people in comment sections, none of that will change your situation or the result you're getting. The only thing that would change the trajectory of your experience are different decision patterns. Again, what someone offers you is their fault, but what you accept is yours. If you've been getting treated like shit for 15 years, 2 years, 6 months, 3 days by a person, you don't have to stay. You don't have to take that. I'm so tired of hearing women say shit like, don't build with a man. Girl, when they finally get to where they are and you put up with their shit for 19 years, they're going to leave you for so-and-so. Why did you put up with shit for 19 years? Can we start there? Because you're telling young women now not to build with a man, not to trust anybody until they have an abundance of money, when it just sounds like you stayed in a relationship that wasn't serving you far too long. A lot of women in the comment section telling other women, girl, don't trust these men. All these men are sorry. All these men cheat. I got cheated on for 17 years. He was so horrible. He was so good. Why'd you stay for 17 years getting cheated on? Can we start there? Many of you have been through some stuff. I get that. The first time, maybe even the second time you go through something terrible, you can throw it to the other person. That's their responsibility. It's their fault. They shouldn't have done that. You should have been surprised. But this perpetual victimhood that a lot of you guys have in these same situations and scenarios, that really only benefits you when you come into the comment section and you want to one-up each other on your terrible experiences, doesn't really suit you. It doesn't really do anything for you. I always ask people, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? Far too often, people would actually rather be right. People would rather be understood and sympathized with than just have a better, cleaner, more efficient experience. They would rather somebody just say, yeah, girl, you so right. Yeah, girl, I've been there too. I can't, Poor you. They're there. Like, people want that over just having a better experience, over not having that trauma to begin with. That's what it looks like. And my channel is dedicated to preventing trauma. So when I'm giving advice, I'm giving advice about preventing trauma, how to skirt some of these negative experiences that so many people have, chasing the wrong things at the wrong time. I would much rather tell you congratulations than I'm sorry that happened to you. I would much rather tell you way to go than damn, for real? Oh. Too often people are looking for the sympathy instead of the victory. And again, what someone offers you is their fault, but what you accept is yours. They give it to you once, shame on them. But if they give it to you twice, 3 times, 4 times, 6 months, shame on you. Take responsibility for what you accept in life. It's the easier, quicker way to a happy life. I can promise you that. Aren't you tired of women liking your comment and responding to your comment in kind with their own traumatic experiences when nothing is changing around you? You can be agreed with, sympathized with, patted on the back, but if you don't change your decision making, you're going to be fucked up out here. So do with that what you will. Follow me at KFIC24 on Instagram. I'll get with y'all later.